Hi, this is Zach Roth for TPM Media. It's Wednesday, January 14th, 2009. Yesterday, the Justice Department released a report into politicized hiring by Bradley Schlossman. Maybe the most horrifying thing from the report wasn't from Schlossman himself, it was from John Tanner, who then was the head of the voting rights section at DOJ. In an email to Schlossman, Tanner wrote that he liked his coffee Mary Frances Berry style, black and bitter. Mary Frances Berry, who is an African American, is the chair of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, which is a U.S. government agency that works to protect voting rights. Now, Tanner has a history not only of making racist comments, but also of actually doing things that make it harder for black people to vote. In 2005, he upheld a Georgia voting ID law, saying it wouldn't discriminate against African Americans. The law was later struck down by an appeals court judge who said it was reminiscent of a Jim Crow-era poll tax law. Then, last year, he told an audience that voting ID laws like the one in Georgia don't discriminate against African Americans because in reality, they discriminate against elderly people, and African Americans, quote, die first. So in fact, he argued, they have the opposite of a discriminatory effect against African Americans.
Our society is such that minorities don't become elderly the way white people do. They die first. And so anything that disproportionately impacts the elderly has the opposite impact on minorities. Just the math.
Exactly what are you apologizing for?
I hurt people. The reactions of people to my statements, which were very contrary to what I was trying to communicate.
So are you apologizing because of the reaction people had to your statements?
I caused that reaction, certainly not intentionally. I made clumsy statements.
After the resulting furor, Tanner stepped down as voting rights chief, but it turns out that he didn't stop working for DOJ on voting rights issues. In April 2008, it was reported that he was working in Alabama, helping the state with the racially charged issue of redrawing its political lines, and still on the DOJ payroll through spring 2009. We reached Tanner this morning in Alabama, and when we told him we were with TPM, he told us he'd call back, but we haven't heard from him yet.